Hey guys, Jeremy here with Simple Little Life. This is just a really quick little video. I was about to put some cold bluing stuff on this little sheep's foot EDC, and I thought, you know what, I haven't ever showed this before on this channel, and it's no rocket science, there's nothing really exciting going on here, but some of you may not know about this or may not have seen it done, and it's actually a viable option. It works fairly well. A couple things we'll talk about, but I just thought, you know what, let's just make a really low budget, craptastic quality YouTube video, and that's what this is right here. Okay, let's go. So this is a sheep's foot EDC, and I did that texturing to the entire thing with the needle scaler. I've got videos about that if you're curious. And one way that I actually kind of like to finish these is I'm gonna shine up the bevel so they'll be shiny, but I like to blue this with a gun blue, and then we'll go over it real lightly with some 2000 grit paper just to bring a little bit of that color in. Now, like I said, there's nothing overly exciting going on here. This is the product I use. It's Birchwood Casey Super Blue. I have no affiliation with these guys. This is just what they had at a local gun shop. I picked it up. This is obviously the stuff that they use for bluing guns, gun parts, barrels, etc. From what I understand from what this thing says is that it really only works with carbon steel, so this won't work on a stainless steel. I haven't tried it, but this is kind of an interesting alternative to acid etching your knives. So one thing with these, just based on the smells that come off of this thing when you're using it, I don't not wear gloves when I'm doing this, so I wear gloves when I'm doing this. And what I'll do is take a little bit of lacquer thinner. So basically, I've blasted this thing, it's been heat treated, yada yada, and then I cleaned it all up like with a little wire wheel, and you know, just getting all this residue out of there. That's a good spot to clean out for sure, is inside of there. But for the most part, we've just got shiny bare metal that's been textured. Love that texture. So next step, I'm gonna grab a little rag. I don't use paper towels. I've tried it and I finally just, I don't know, I like the way the rags apply it better. This here is actually an old baby blanket from when our kids used to be babies. We're cleaning up all our stuff right now, and it's amazing the kind of junk that you find, and throwing so much stuff out, except for baby blankets. Repurposing. See that? Simple Little Life goes green. So like I said, this stuff smells terrible when you're doing it, and I don't necessarily do it the proper way. The one thing I will say is that it can be difficult to get a really even finish using this stuff. You'll see, I'll let you see it right there. See, it's kind of bluey, blacky, slightly inconsistent. What I find is that the more I go over it, the better it gets. See, we got some teal in there. It's actually a pretty cool color. If you could, maybe it's something to try. Just work on getting that light color, because that's pretty groovy. But that's all I do. I simply rub this whole thing down, keep freshening up this stuff. Now, the one thing I would say with this as well is I would not recommend this for food. Because look at the container. I mean, it says it's poisonous and corrosive, so yeah, probably not suited for a kitchen knife. That'd be bad. And we're just gonna go like this. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Wipe her down. And again, I usually go over this thing a whole bunch. You know, try and get it all in there. I'm not gonna worry about the bevels. Maybe we'll do the bevels just so we can kind of see what it's like. But the one thing I notice is that, like when we do the bevel, it might show up. It can be difficult to get really even, smooth finish, and I think that has to do with the way that I prep it. I think you're supposed to use like steel wool, go over it, wash it with water, then with I don't know. There's directions on here. I didn't read it. I just tried it out for something like this, and I got a result I wanted. So I might be showing you the entirely wrong process, but I am showing you my process. And that's all I can really share is what I know. I actually really like this. So much quicker, faster, less headache than acid etching, I think. Also with this stuff, it's going to protect your blade from rusting, right? I mean, that's kind of why they blue stuff. Look, I've got a spot there that is not taking. Isn't that weird? What is wrong? See, the one thing when you're doing an acid etch, you do need to be careful for corrosion. And, you know, if you don't neutralize it properly and stuff, you can get a little rust happening. So I'm going to go scrape that off with a little piece of 600 emery cloth. There we go. I don't know what was on there. Something was preventing it. But you'll see, anyways, even little slight imperfections like that, they won't really matter when it's all said and done, because we're going to go over and sand this very lightly to kind of bring out that texture. Now, I do know a lot of people end up doing multiple coats, and I think that's one way that you can get much better, even and consistent results, is if, you know, we were to, okay, clean this again, wipe it down with a cleaner, go over it with some fine Scotch-Brite, and then reapply. I think you do end up getting much smoother, even results, but like I said, I'm not overly concerned about that. You'll see why in uno momento. Round the spine over like that and then hit it up with the texturing. Looks pretty cool. Feels really, really nice in the hand. And this is just a nice way to finish off these blades. The other thing too is in and out of the Kydex sheath, this surface, if it's textured, it just kind of ages better, right? If you already had distress to it, it's going to age better as it goes. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking way too much in this video here because I said this was going to be a quick video and all I'm doing is babbling. So let's stop that. Okay, now that's done. I don't know, I'm gonna use a little Windex here, spray this thing. I don't know why, it's just what I use when I'm doing ferric chloride, so I don't know, there's no logic to this. I'm okay with that, because it works for me. What I do now, just to kind of show you this process to get this look, now I've got a piece of 2000 grit sandpaper, and I'm just gonna lightly go over it, try and keep it fairly flat, because all I wanna do is hit the high spots. So let me just give you, we'll do one side and then the other, just to kind of show the effect. It's a pretty cool look for little utilitarian knives. I really, really like it. And you saw how quick that bluing was. I mean, it's just literally, it's a matter of wiping it on and it's done. So if we ever got carried away with this sanding, we want to darken it up again. It's not hard just to put more of it on there. I'm just trying not to get into the low spots. I just want to hit off all the high spots there and give it this texture. So see that there? That's a pretty cool look. It's a nice distressed aged look there. And then this is it before we sand it. So I just really like the way it looks, you know, the way it is on the spine there. To me, that looks really interesting. And it's one of these things when you're making knives. I mean, if I were to finish this off really nicely without an acid etch, that's a lot of extra metal finishing, right? I mean, you still get your bevels really nice, and these are still, like before I took the needle scaler to this thing, I mean, a lot of work went into rounding this all out and making it all nice, but it's hard to get a certain finish, right? And if I do something like this, it just saves some time, and it's like, okay, good, you know, that's what the money is in a knife, is the time that it takes to make it. And so if I can do something like this, have a cool look that's going to stand up, last for a long time, like ultimately the end user, the customer is going to be able to have this. It doesn't, as it wears, it's not going to get that much worse because it's already got distress on it. And there it is when it's done. If my camera would focus, that'd be sweet. So I really like that look for certain applications. I thought maybe you guys might be working on some knives or trying to make some knives and you're like, huh, what's something else I could do that might be visually interesting? Now I'll show you one of them that I actually polished the bevels and I ground them out, finishing the sheath for this one. So there's a little bit of wet. I've got some oil on there, but you see that's kind of cool. I really like that look. And like I say, you know, this thing can wear, do whatever it wants. It protects it from rust, and I think it's just an interesting look and a very, very easy, simple way to get that look. Also, I think this bottle was about, I don't know, maybe 12 bucks, and I've probably done 20 blades with it so far, so this is gonna last you a good long while. I've hardly touched it. I would say one of these should last you at least a couple of years, so just something that you guys might be interested in trying. Alright guys, well there you have a super quick little video just showing you how I can get this little texture here. Again, with the needle scaler and then with the gun bluing. I could do an acid etch on this, but it just takes longer. It's got a slightly different color than you get with acid etching. I know a lot of people have problems getting really dark acid etches. And you can see from this, I mean that's a nice dark color there. And then when you just kind of highlight it by knocking off those high spots with some fine sandpaper, I think it's a really cool and interesting look. Anyways guys, I just want to share this with you so you can maybe apply it to some of the knives you're working on and just share some knowledge, share some information. And always PPE, do your research on the products that you're using. MSDS sheets might be dangerous, different stuff could be different than others. Be safe about it, but worth giving it a shot. Thanks so much for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers.